Reborn, and the boy is here with me.
What's up?
And I thought I'd give you guys some tips to taking your reborns out because that is such a huge thing in the reborn community. It's a part of it. So you want to be able to take your babies out and show them to the world. But you don't want to feel weird doing it. So here are some tips to taking your reborns out. The first tip, you see, as he is here, he's going to be my baby model right here. And he doesn't look so convincing right now, even though he's adorable. However, the first step, first of all, guys, you have to be confident. You have to be able to be like, okay, I'm going out and I don't care who sees me or blah, blah, blah. Because when you're walking with your reborn and you have him in your car seat, a lot of people, and I'm going to take him off for this, I see a lot of this sometimes. You're always feeling them and looking around and trying to figure out what's going on. But if you're just shopping and you're doing whatever, not really minding the baby like that, then it looks more convincing.
More realistic.
Yeah, more realistic. Because 9 times out of 10, when people are shopping with their kids, they're not stopping every 2 seconds to check on them, especially if they're a sleeping baby. So it'll be
Unless they're a very bad kid.
yeah. So my God. But yeah, unless they're a really fidgety child, 9 times out of 10, people will just sit them in the cart and go on about their business and do what they're going to do. But a lot of the times in the reborn community, you get so conscious because you know that they're not real. So you're always fiddling with them and looking at them. So just walk in there with some confidence and, just carry them like, yeah, I know my kids are real. All right, now for another tip. When you have them in the car seat, you want to, number one, dress them how, cool. Dress them good. So as he has on his
According to the weather.
yeah, according to the weather, and as he has on his dude shirt, and it's freezing outside. So, in the wintertime, you want to put on a jacket because 9 times out of 10, guys, if people are going to look at you not because of the fact you have a fake baby, but because they're going to say, why is this child wearing shorts in 0 below 10? Or why does this child have on a jacket in, 100-degree temps?
And guys, a little note tip, going back to like strutting your stuff, being confident and stuff. To your untrained eye, your reborn baby looks like a real child.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna be looking like, oh, that's a fake baby.
Yeah, to the untrained eye, at first glance, if you're just walking past, people are like, oh, that's the reaction I get all the time. Is, oh, it's not until you come up very, very close and they're holding them or something that they don't look right. He's so cute. See how cute he
And
is?
another thing, guys, you have a reborn. Reborns are modeled to look like real babies.
Right. So, okay, just a little bit tip of confidence, and also do the hair because even if you are going to put on a hat, which I'm going to say in the other one, for summers, their hair can be combed. For winter, the hat. So another tip, if you want to, but this is what I always do. When I take them out, if you have a belly plate or something else that will enhance their realism, I always put it on. So here's Az in his belly plate. So summer or winter, and I'm not really getting into summer too much because Marcy is going to be our summer model. But for summer or winter, if you have that belly plate on, that just enhances it. So that just in case that shirt comes up, you'll still just belly. Or if that shirt goes down a little bit, all you'll see is chest. And if you have a cloth body baby and you don't have these things, then make sure you have a t-shirt or undershirt under their shirt. So make sure you have a jacket. It's winter time, so I'm going to put a jacket on as here. And I'm having trouble with this zipper. Okay, cool. Got it. So yeah, bam, we're done.
How
So
about what do they do for the blanket?
hold on, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you dress them all up, and now you're ready to put them in the car seat. I didn't have him up because I think so. You put him in the car seat, and here is the key. As he's tiny, so it's easy to um, manipulate him how I want to. I couldn't think of a better word than that. But look, you have to
Adjust.
adjust. Thank you. Adjust them how I want. So you have to adjust them realistically. One thing I always love to do is I love when their hands are up like this. But for as you can see, he has his tummy plate on. I'm just gonna have him tilted a little. His head is gonna be a little tilted, and I'm gonna have his body like this so that he looks realistic.
Tell us, Kelsey, what's the difference between putting in a small baby and a big baby?
Smaller babies are easier to adjust. As you can see, any way I put Ezzy into this car seat, he basically falls like a real baby. because he's small and he can fit in it. However, for example, hold this, hold him. Riley here, she is a bigger baby. I'm sorry, Marcy, but I got Riley all wrapped up in winter stuff. Ah, her pants came down. Okay, she's gonna move you guys for a second. The pants came down. But anyway, a bigger baby is a little harder to pose because you know they're bigger and you gotta kind of fiddle with them to make them look. And for some reason, my babies are just falling very well today. So this is like extending my point. But you gotta kind of fiddle with them, and she's a yo kid right now because yeah. But you gotta fiddle with them a little bit more. As he falls better, I'm sorry, Rob. All right. As he falls better, I'm just gonna check the time on this because I can't load more than 15 minutes. Oh, we're good. So as he falls really good, so I think I want to pose him like this with his hands over his chest. And while his hands are doing this, another good thing is I love putting scratch mittens on them because when you have hands like the Jersey kit that's like this, it's very easy to tell. So if you have scratch mittens, but sometimes you can just put their uh, jacket over their hands.
Yeah, because people will probably expect them to move their hands at some point.
Yeah, at some point in time they're gonna try to get them to stretch. Now, what did I do with hat? Um, let's see, he had a hat, but I don't know what
Moving on.
just happened to it. But also in the wintertime, you want to make sure that they have a hat, which he literally just had. Up there it is. Cool. So, as he's looking cute, almost ready, I'm gonna put this hat on him. So, there's another tip. Hats are your best friend too. And also, if you have a hoodie, I like to front the hoodie around him like this, because it just looks adorable and enhances their realism. Now, when it comes to taking reborns out, I also want like to put blankets, have blankets on them because number one, not only enhances the realism, but just in case you get kind of tired of people staring like I do sometimes, you can just drape it over them. But I like to put the blanket on them because when I put it on, this is usually folded, and then you put it on them. But you can still pose them however you want. If you want their hands to be out, and you can even have their hands peeking out a little bit. If you want his hands to be out a little bit,
Or hers.
or hers, or if you just want to snuggle them up, and then that's when you can tilt the head a little bit and make it look like they're really into sleeping. Another thing I like to do, and I think it's in the pocket, guys, I'm so ill prepared
Continue.
for this video, but I like to put pacifiers on them because pacifiers enhance it as well. Before this whole video, I had everything lined up, but I don't have a passy,
Well,
so
we shall continue.
I'm gonna steal Kylan and put it on S. So here's a passy. And so passies, especially if you have a baby like Ez when his lip is curved in like this, people think it's really cute. But if you stare at them for too long, you can tell that they're, not real. So pacifiers help it because no one would expect, really baby dolls to have passies. Or if they do, they wouldn't expect them to have like real pacifiers. So, what else? Any other tips I'm missing? Taking them out. So now the baby is ready to go. Just gonna take this off and I can show you. This is Ezzy. So,
Any ways to hold them?
yeah. So say you're walking into the store and you come past and look. Oh, he has a cute little baby. How adorable is a little baby. Oh, the little baby is so cute. You can't tell it's not real. Oh, and this brings out a great point since my lighting sucks. Do you see how in darker light, no, go back to where you are. No, stay. I just need your shadow. Okay. You see how in darker light he looks more real than as in, tilt your head back, as in light that is more not as dark. Sometimes your reborns can come out a bit shiny. See the lighting? There we go. So I like to put a little bit of powder on Ezzy's face and buff him out before I take him out. That's what I call it. Buff it out before you take him out.
We'll show you how to do that in another video.
Yeah, so it's all about lighting.
Basics, pretty much.
So to recap, 1, dress them for the weather. Because, dress them for the weather. 2, have the confidence. Just take them out and don't look around. Don't fiddle with them too much because if you're always adjusting them and stuff, people are going to look like, why are you bothering that baby? 3, if you want hats and stuff to enhance them,
Accessories.
accessories like hats, pacifiers, bottles, do it because it adds more to realism.
Full position them.
Position them like a real baby. Sometimes I like to do this, and a trick to having their hands stay up is to tuck it under this thing. Sometimes in the summertime I like to do this, or sometimes I like to do this. Position them like a real baby. And also,
Buff them out.
buff them out. And it was one more. Oh, dress them to impress, and also if you have
That
belly
goes with
plates.
accessory too.
Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. If I missed anything, then comment in the comments below.
Yep, this is part 1 because we're running out of time.
Yeah, I can only have 15 minutes to upload, so thanks for watching. I threw it on S. He's so cute. Thanks for watching, and we'll come back with part 2, the summer way.